He said that's the only plugin he's got.
Okay.
So what happens if you hit start stream?
Stop. We're live.
Oh, okay.
Wait, we're live?
It says we're live.
You are live.
And we're rocking 10,000.
All right.
So I'm going to switch screens. I labeled this one testing.
Yeah.
So our kilobytes are where they're supposed to be. Guys, we're in the middle of a test. We lost the entire stream earlier. So we're kind of testing right now. I don't know why. I got to move this over here because I can't see the full. There we go. This is off. Okay, so that's together. Maybe I just leave this thing decrypt and we
just let it go and go play.
Just go. I'm backing out of here, guys.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So guys, I don't know how well this is going to work. You'll have to give me a second because we've got things going on. We're decrypting something due to errors that were popping up. I don't have any of the programs up that I need. But give me a minute and we'll see if we can't get back into this side of things. It does show that we're live here. We're on top chat up top. We can't be on that. We got to be on live chat. BMac, Dairy Kid, Philip, Apple Blossom, Ed, John, Vix, welcome in. Mac Power, welcome in. Mom A, Farmer Jamie, KT, welcome in. No, we were live over an hour ago, KT, and the whole damn stream stopped. So we're doing some tests right now to see. As of right now, I ain't even got a game running. I need to find a place. Okay, will this work? Okay, that does work. This over here, it says that it's decrypting. I want to put it down so that we can see, so that I can see that. And give me a second. I'll get the game up and running and we'll try to do some farming. I got all kinds of things running down here. Guys, I apologize for all this. It frustrates me to no end, but I'm trying. I'm not big, Mr. I don't understand a lot of this stuff about computers. I had a couple gentlemen that BMac really was in there from the beginning trying to help me work through it. It's not Spectrum, Ed, because I didn't lose a thing on my laptop. I didn't lose anything on Discord. I lost no other internet. Nothing. The errors we were getting says it wasn't Spectrum. So I can't call them and complain. At least I'd have somebody to call and complain to. Game is coming up, guys. Yeah, I mean, at least that way. Why is this looking like it does? Oh, right there. I did not know I could do that. Oh my God. You learn new stuff every day. That's awesome. Bingo. We got a game going. Let's flip to the game screen. And let's try to go back in here, multiplayer, join game. I did say before I left, my problem today, Vix, has been I've slept all day. I have been so damn tired. We were just in there. Should be this. It's on my screen up top, BMac. It's how to lay it out. So up top, I can see the same screen that I can see in OBS, but this shows me exactly what is going out to YouTube, and I can see what's there. But the way it's laid out, because you've got chat over here on the right, and you got the screen on the left, and then there's some stats down below. Well, I couldn't see the stats. I could only see half the screen. Well, if I take the bar there and slide it right in the middle, and then scroll down a little bit, right there's my stats, and right up to, I can see everything now. It's all there. It's all there. Well, what the world had just happened there? See, I actually don't even need them stats because I'm able to pull the stats down here on the side now. So I can go up like that and I can see everything. Duh. Okay, we're still loading. Let me do this here real quick. Hit the wrong button. This in here's a little bit of a different story. There's three of us running three separate farms on this map simultaneously. It does say it's still decrypting. I'll have to remember to look over there at that from time to time. What a night. What a night. Thank you, John. Okay. Now this time we're going to go this way instead of the other way and through everybody's equipment. Tracks only 3-1. Okay. Bam, bam. And there we go. Holy smokes. We got to plow the fields to get them started. Aaron, I hope I can stay back. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. Help me out, BMac. BMac understood what it was. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Hold on. I can't turn my steering wheel. Imagine that. I know how to fix this one. We got that fixed. Well, hey, BMac. Okay, hold on one second, guys. I'm going to take you up to the top screen because I got to move something up there real quick. BitLocker off. Is that what we were after? I can shut all this off now? Okay, so let me shut that down. I can shut that down. I can shut that down. So what I was talking about earlier up here, guys. So I was seeing this right here. I wasn't getting the full screen. And it was driving me nuts. Well, I didn't realize there's a bar right here. And if I go like this, I can put it right in the center and see it. I got chat and I got to keep an eye right here because it likes to switch to top chat and then you miss stuff. So you got to keep that on live chat. Okay, we got a farm again. Christopher, from time to time, I don't know why, there's no rhyme nor reason to it, the force feedback will go to full tilt and you just have to unplug it and restart it. Well, we had so many things that were going on that there's a good chance that we caused that to happen. So all I did is just undid the USB and plugged it back in. It's working fine now. Going again, something happens, have to unplug it and back. I've noticed weird things, and it's been recently in Farm Sim to where when I go to get into a tractor, the steering wheel will move. What the world? I don't understand that. Waldy Builds, how are you doing? So guys, to anyone that don't understand what we're doing, we're just now starting the map. I've got my stuff up and running. This farm here is Wookie's. Before we can get anything going, we got to get all the acres plowed up. We got to get lime in all the acres. We got a lot of stuff we have to do before we can go ahead and start. So yes, I know I'm plowing a crop up. This farm here, he cash rented, leased. It's we call it cash rent in my neck of the woods. But he basically leased this farm. So the crop that would be in here, the previous farmer would shell that corn. So that's the reason we're doing what we're doing here. But it's a cornfield. We gotta get it plowed up. Cody, how are you doing? Dazzle, welcome in. Yeah, Northern Michigan. I'll be honest. I never, ever had this issue with this till here recently. And I have a G29 also. This crop was corn. Cody, this is our second stream tonight because everything fell apart on us. I wish I could rename the title now that I think we are working instead of testing. Because sure the heck ain't nobody going to view that. Mary, how is your tooth feeling? No, I did not do the NVIDIA update because there's something huge going on in the Giants Discord about the recent NVIDIA update causing all kinds of problems and certain settings. Somebody put in there the perfect settings for the game, and I can't find it anymore. I'd love to find that, but I have not done that. Pickaxe, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happens after playing ATS. Mine started before I started playing ATS again, Christopher. I was strictly Farm Sim when my issue started. Good deal, Apple Blossom. I'll do the best to keep you excited until we decide to call her. I am going to try ATS tonight, as long as my body, the cold, what have you, lets me. Jump in. A good deal, client. We're going to try to do that every Wednesday. Feeling really good. Just swollen like a chipmunk, getting ready for winter. Ah, gotcha. Ordering pizza and I can't have it. It sucks. Yeah, it does. I haven't had any issues so far except for internet issues. There is so much stuff going on in the Giants Partner Discord that a lot of it they're really feeling that that last DLC caused a lot of issues. But a lot of the stuff they're talking about, I don't have as an issue. I do not have as an issue at all. Can't leave that stock or Wookie won't pay me. Got to get him out of there. But I haven't had that the issues that they're all talking about. Mine are totally different, you know. Mine are wrapped around the wheel. I don't understand. I don't think that has anything to do with Giants. I think that has to do with the G-Hub software. Put pizza in the blender and drink it through a straw. Ouch. Thank you, Apple Blossom. Hey, Jedi, you have a new mod in your DM that I did put in here. It supposedly will correct the auger wagon that we got. Got a glass bottle of Coke sitting on my desk mocking me. Why is it mocking you? Jaded, how are you doing? I think Logitech's got an amazing product with their wheel, with their pedals. I think it for what we're doing here in Farm Sim, they're amazing. I like their side panel. Now, personally, I think the side panel could use better quality switches. The switches in them, in my opinion, aren't the best. But keep in mind, I play a lot more Farm Sim than the average person does. And I am on my third panel right now. I'm going through my third panel. And this in here I've only had for about a month, and it's fine. I mean, but I'm getting a year and a half, 2 years out of a side panel, and then it's junk. But I do believe, dang you, I believe the G-Hub software is an issue. I got it downloaded and installed. Yep, it's already in here, Jedi. When I do NVIDIA update, I have disabled NVIDIA HD audio on device. Mob A, that's over my head. That is over my head. With the extraction site, I use the side panel for ATS. I use it for Farm Sim. Never install NVIDIA HD audio driver. I only install the physics and the main driver. I didn't either in that. It was installed with the update. I generally don't do any driver updates at all until I'm setting in Discord with someone that knows what they're doing and understands, because I'm not going to take a chance on screwing something up, and I would be real bad at doing that. Updating, make sure you only install what you want. Yeah, I saw that. Are you, Jedi, are you pretty much ready to advance forward to putting anhydrous down? I mean, I'm not going to get there tonight because I've still got, Wookie's still got another field over near my house that needs plowed. Everything needs limed. Just a bunch of stuff going on here. John, I don't know, bud. I'm just now getting this stream up and going. I don't know how my body's going to hold out. You ask me at 11 o'clock and I'll tell you. Yep. See, now I went through Jedi. For me, everything I got that is going to wheat, that's going to beans, I went ahead and I got it cultivated also. So when it comes time, I can put anhydrous down, roll a month, and then I'm ready to plant everything. Because I don't want to plant into this state here. He really don't have a good way in and out of this field. I mean, I guess he's got right away through this guy's yard. Lucky I haven't had a bad cold yet. Knock on wood. I hope you don't get one. Not going to have many fields. I'm going to have corn in one field of something else. You plant sunflowers and I will drive through them. Punk. You're fine, Jedi. I said we can do anything we want on this map. But, The little bit of cough I've got right now is actually better than it has been all day, truthfully. My voice, I think, is better than it was last night when we started. I think my voice got better as the night went on. That one's down, man. It feels askew. Have you noticed that too? What do you mean seem askew? No, I still don't sound right, B-Mac. My voice ain't there. I sat out in the recliner today and was basically trying to take a nap, and as I was breathing, there was like a sound, a weird sound, and it wouldn't let me go to sleep. That's the reason I went in and laid back down in bed and put the sleep machine mask on. Oh, I've got Northern Michigan. I've got a whole set of meds that I'm already taking. I don't want to mix anything else in with it. They're not straight in line with the map. I don't think I've noticed that, Christopher. Josh, how are you doing tonight? How are we doing? The stream title says testing, 1, 2, 3. How's that help? Think I might try re-downloading it. I was ready to uninstall and reinstall OBS an hour ago. Got to do something different here. Get over there where you need to be. See if that helps any. Graham, how are you doing? I never did that, Jaded. I would always run beans to wheat, back to beans, and then to corn. I'd run 2 sets of beans in there. A lot of farmers out there will not run. You're running wheat, following it up with beans the next year. Got them in time, putting corn in. So you're going to have an issue when you're shelling corn. You're starting to get awful late in the year to plant your wheat. No, stream dumped, Josh. It just dumped us. It said, we don't want you. It dumped us. So we did some other things and what have you. Frank, how are you doing, bud? I have not. I sent him a message, Mary. He says that he's always here lurking. He just isn't talking. I don't drink. I'm not a tea drinker, Northern Michigan. I'm doing Mucinex. I don't have a cold. I got the flu, and I do Mucinex twice a day. I do Dayquil 3 times through the day, and then I switch it to NyQuil at night. NyQuil for me, guys, has always been the go-to. I will not sit here. Me and my wife had this conversation today. I'm not going to say there's something that isn't out there that is better than the Mucinex Dayquil NyQuil. I'm just saying in the past, this is what I've always done, and it worked for me. So the way my mind is wired, my mind says that's the best thing that's out there. It may not be the best, but my mind says it is. When I get something that really works, I hate to change from it. I went for a long time. I kept wearing Nike shoes, and they didn't have shoes that were wide enough for me, and I was hurting my feet. And to finally switch over and try a pair of Reeboks that were wider, that fit my feet properly, and I could walk without being in pain. Yeah, but I had, you don't understand how big of a fight that was for me. He acted like he's back to work or working again and all kinds of stuff, Mary. I don't understand what's going on. I have no clue. When I sent him the DM, he showed up in chat. He gambled a couple times and didn't hear from him again. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. Just can cause high blood. I've already got high blood pressure. It's like when I'm using laundry detergent. I want Tide. I don't want anything else. I want Tide. Tide is what I've always used. Tide is what I like the best. I want Tide. Is there other stuff out there that's as good? Yep, sure is. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. But I want my Tide. Uh-oh, car. Well, you got to understand, Northern Michigan, I am considerably better than what I was. I mean, I am considerably better. I'm still not 100%, but from what I'm hearing from everybody, this round of cold has taken a bit to get through. BMAC said he still got a slight cough 3 weeks in. I hope I'm not that way. Winter wheat, then beans, then lime over the next winter, then corn for rotating crops. That's his. No, we don't use Tide Pods. Don't work well in our washer. We usually send the Tide Pods up to my daughter. Wow, he's got a barn right there he can use. Hot damned. We always did winter wheat. See, I can't believe you guys didn't lime after the winter wheat. Usually we do the winter wheat. That gives you a chance to get out because you're cutting the wheat in July. And you can get out and get your soil samples taken and get the lime down and then turn around and go beans the next year. That's how they generally do it here. Just to give you a heads up, lime beds around Tide Pods. Faber, how are you doing? Oh, you have the Tide Pods, and you also have, we call them the Dippin' Dots. They're the little downy fresheners you put in the washer. We call them Dippin' Dots. Now, me and Mama use them. We like them. We like them a lot. That switch iron hammer says to didn't have any. How about the Tide line? I got the other brand called Tandem. I got a lot of things I could use. I just have to got a lot of things I could use. Welcome back, Whirlwind. We're trying, Faber. Well, Dippin' Dots you ate. You didn't eat the fabric softener ones. You know how they say you get these old guys like me that are kind of set in their ways of doing things? I got a lot of things like that. I can't count the number of people that have told me hot tea and honey. I can't stand hot tea. Cannot stand it. It's your field. We got, Christopher, we got a lot of that here. We call that the muck. We've got the Great Soda Marsh, and then we've got the Dola Marsh in our county. The Dola Marsh isn't near as big as the Scioto Marsh. Scioto Marsh is huge, tens of thousands of acres. But it was all swamp, and they ditched it out and drained it all. It had been back in the 20s, and they used to do onions. Alger was once known as the onion capital of the world because the amount of onions that were raised out there in the marsh. I can drink some teas cold, but not hot. Tea and tea is not the same. I don't mind cold tea, but certain kinds. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm drinking, and I'm keeping an eye on it, Jaded. I want to make sure it doesn't move to something else, because it can move to pneumonia, move to bronchitis. It can move to something else that then would require antibiotics. And that's why I'm doing my best to kind of keep an eye on it and make sure that doesn't become an issue. Batman, how are you doing? I like McDonald's sweet tea. Oh yeah. And trust me, I know McDonald's sweet tea is horrible for sugar. Hey, guys, I did have a bout today. You remember I said I don't have my Ozempic? I got up, I went to take the dogs out. Man, I wasn't feeling good at all. Something wasn't right. And I come in here and tested my sugar. 73. Don't believe Josh or Faber. They both break maps and I have to fix them every time. Oh, Josh broke a map? KT, I'm different. Some teas I will drink and some I won't at all. There is no mood for it. Do we have puppies? We have puppies. Oh, I get below 100 and I'm not good. I gotta thank Buttons again. Buttons sent me these, if you have sugar, where your sugar can go low, you really need to have these around. They're called Transcend. This one's an orange one. I believe you can get orange and strawberry, and you just open it up and go right ahead and take it down. And I got my sugar back up to 120 pretty quick, which is good for me. And I'll tell you what, Northern Michigan, I've had a couple of my coughing fits where, oh, shoot. I've had a couple of my coughing fits where I was afraid I was going to do that same thing. Papa Smurf, how are you doing tonight? Drink Black Lady, great tea. I've never even heard of that, Batman. That must be something down there. Christopher, I can believe it. That's why I'm saying I'm sure that the sugar of their sweet tea is horrible for me. But my God, I got to agree with Graham. It's amazing. Nope. No, I don't like sun tea at all. My aunt makes sun tea all the time. And oh my God, you got to try this. This is so good. And Aunt Sharon, I can't stand sun tea. I don't like it. I can do that with pixie sticks. This thing you put in a drink that tastes like butterscotch, was it the same thing? No, the butterscotch is from Advanced GG. It's you can mix that with water or milk. Me personally, I like it better with milk, but it's not bad with water. But that's one of the Advanced GG is a Jesus, it's a supplement company that sponsors us, sponsors the stream. Zero gray. Sugar. Yeah, I've tried green tea, didn't like it. For me to do tea, it's got to be sweet tea, or there are some like Brisk. Brisk makes a lemon tea. You get in a throwaway bottle. I kind of like theirs. I kind of like that throwaway bottle lemon. Nope, the minute you put raspberry or you said lemon ice out, I'm out, Mary. I've had Gold Peak, but I had their sweet tea. That's it. The green, I've had Arizona green. There was another green I had that was in teas. I just, not for me. I didn't care for it. So my first stepmom used to make a tea. She would actually brew it on the stove, and she would brew a small amount. I mean, she may have only brewed a quart, and it was apparently really, really strong, because then she would take it, and she had to have put sugar or something in it, but then she would put water in it and fill this 1.5 gallon pitcher we had. And we drank a lot of that tea, and I got to where I really liked it. And it wasn't overly sweet like the McDonald's. It was not sweet, but it wasn't like a McDonald's sweet. And I don't know. I'm sure the recipe was very simple. Brew tea on a stove, pour it in a pitcher, top pitcher off with water, put it in fridge. I think even I could do that. I could not stand the Arizona Arnold Palmer. 2-3 drinks of Vicks and I tossed it. Could not stand it. I can't drink any Monster at all. Monster is off my menu now, Christopher. I used to have a bad addiction problem to Monster. It's off my menu. Advanced GG's got a peach tea that's amazing. It's probably going to be one of my A items. It's going to be one I'm going to keep in stock all the time. That, sour grape, blood orange. Yep. That peach tea joined its spot. I mean, you have to really like peach flavoring, because the peach flavoring in this is very strong. The first taste you get is a very strong peach flavoring, and then you get a pretty strong tea aftertaste. And I really enjoyed it. It's what I've been drinking most nights I'm in here live. Yeah, they had Advanced GG had a hibiscus flavor out. And I'll be honest, I didn't know hibiscus had a flavor. I really didn't. I bought a couple of tubs because it was actually pretty daggone good. Apparently that's the hibiscus flavor. We got a couple of viewers that go with the Dr. Pepper route. Yeah, Christopher, I used to drink on a slow day 4 green Monster Energies. On an average day 6. On a high intake day maybe 8 every day. And I wasn't drinking them for the caffeine, for the buzz, for any of that. I was drinking them because I enjoyed the flavor of them. I would go in, you get a gas station, have 3 for so much, and I'd get 3 of them. And by the time I generally would finish 2 of them before they got warm. But it got to where I was drinking so much, I was going to hurt myself. BMAC, I had a Coca-Cola the other day when we went over and had that pizza. And I had one, I don't know, a couple weeks before that, because Dad said something about the original Coke. And I enjoyed that, but I'm probably good for a while again. Hey, Meg, how are you doing, buddy? Aaron, I don't know how it didn't either. So Monster used to make a can called a BFC. A big freaking can. We'll leave it at that. 32-ounce Monster. I have drank a BFC while I was laying in bed and then went to sleep. The caffeine never touched me because as Northern Michigan was saying, I had drank so much of it that the caffeine did not affect me anymore. It just, you know. Now, Northern Michigan, I like my root beer. And of the root beers that are made, you know, the big names, I think I probably like Mug the best. But I love finding me an old root beer stand, or Culver's makes a good root beer. They have their own. It's really good. No, that Blueberry Raw Moon was horrible, KT. Coke is my backup, cherry Coke. I don't mind cherry Coke. No, not at all, Graham. Not at all. New Coke from the cherry Coke. Is it ICB or IBC? We don't find dads down here very often, Mary. You got to go to like a dollar store or something to find that. You know, you used to have Hires. A&W is still around. A couple big drinks, BFC, and then top it off with vodka. Aaron, and you're talking about my heart exploding. A&W. Yeah, Brian, I was in the same exact boat. I used to do the same exact thing. I haven't had a Monster energy drink well, it was before I started streaming. So it's been, I'm going to say over 6 years now. Have not had one. I don't remember Old Dog or Suds. I don't remember them. Yep, I love so A&W in a can or bottle is not the same as if you go to an A&W root beer stand and get it there. It is not the same. A&W root beer stand's a lot better. Zevia? Never even heard of Zevia. That was my pregame for tailgating at a Huskers game. See, now what we always did, Aaron, we would have a hot chocolate and we would spike it with Southern Comfort. We'd have a big old thermos of hot chocolate with Southern Comfort in it. Well, when I was growing up. Got you, Jedi. Mr. Red, how did Out of Ore treat you tonight? Everclear gets you in trouble. Good deal. KT, when we would go out to VOAG or Industrial Arts, it's external building, we would run over to Louis, the gas station. Somebody would make a Louis run, and you'd just get what everybody in the class wanted, and you'd run over there quick, I mean, hell, you only had to run 200 yards, get what everybody wanted and bring it back. Holy crap. Going to get 4 passes around this field so that we know we got it wide enough that we can turn. And I don't know if we're where we need to be at that point on the plowing. I don't know if there's more plowing needs done up north or not. That's not good, Batman. That's too hot. Oh, that is tonight. I've never even heard of stevia. That ain't good at all, buddy. Hey, you guys were saying a bunch of drinks in here, and I'm not trying to ignore you. Hell, I've never heard of them. I'm still fighting it, Mig. Really tired, which is kind of strange. 12:30 last night, I was asleep, and alarm was set for 10 o'clock, and I woke up because I had to go to the bathroom. It was 9:57. So I went ahead and got up at that point, you know, kind of got a shower and got things around, and, you know, got the dogs out, got them their breakfast, got Ziva her medicine, got everything taken care of. I mean, got that going and turned around, went back to bed, slept most of the day, you know. I don't even, KT, I apologize. I have no clue what that is. But I slept another 4 hours after that with the sleep machine. And then I got up, and I'll bet I took a 2-hour nap in the recliner after that. Hey, got a little narrow right there, buddy. I did have an issue today with my sugar. Which, so as the story goes, the company that makes Ozempics had me on a program, and I was pre-qualified through January 27th of 2026. Well, somehow in the beginning of December, I didn't have any, and I haven't had any since then. Now all of a sudden, they sent me a paper and said that I was qualified and everything was good. But they sent a paper to the doctor that said I was disqualified. The insurance that Mom and I have has me disqualified. And then all of a sudden it turns around, there is something, And I'll have, don't lose the phone. Trulicity. They have Trulicity ready for me at the pharmacy. So to my understanding, Trulicity and Ozempic do the same thing a little differently. I know the Ozempic's working. We took my A1C from 14.4 down to 5.7. So we know it works. And the insurance, they need proof of what it was before and what our goal is and all this stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, the doctor should be able to send all that to them and get that approved in no time, because that stuff worked. I know I did what's the difference between this and that. But the thing that really got me is I could see being off of it. I could see my sugar going up, but today I had a bout and my sugar was 73. It was down. It was down. They're both the same, that GLP-1, whatever the heck that is, they're the same GLP-1, but it's a different medicine to get there. What is it? Is it naproxen sodium and ibuprofen are the same, or naproxen sodium and aspirin? Something there is basically the same. It's just a different medicine, the same way to get there. You know, so I did a what's the difference between and went through that whole list. Now, I didn't memorize it, but, you know, I know my mind tells me that Ozempic will definitely work, but my body's telling me I'm going to Walmart tomorrow and getting Trulicity and at least getting back on something and start looking for warning signs and pray I don't have issues. Well, naproxen and Aleve is the same exact thing. Aleve is naproxen sodium. But I thought naproxen sodium and it might not be ibuprofen. It's another one. They're both acetaminophen or something. We've had that discussion in here before. Because I would take two different pills and find out that what you did is you basically took two of the same damn thing. You know, this is probably a pretty good time to get this set. That's it. Ibuprofen and aspirin. Wow, I haven't seen that one, KT. There was one in a, I think it was a yellow container, yellow box, a brown background on top of the yellow, and the writing was in white, and I think it was Bear. And that always worked really well for me. But you don't see that out like you used to. You know, was Bear aspirin any different than any other aspirin? Well, KT, I'll be dead honest, brother. If you find something, no matter what it is, and it's working for you, jump on it. Stick to it. You're doing nothing but making your life better. That buffers in, keep your stomach from getting upset. Yeah, a lot of them you don't see around like you used to. My doctor has me taking a baby aspirin every day. Christopher, the two I remember from the military was, it was a little red pill. I remember doing a lot of the caffeine. Oh, what the heck was the caffeine we took? Vivarin. I remember doing a lot of Vivarin in the military. And then I remember, I actually don't want this way. I want this running to the road. He's going to run this to the road, not this way. But the Sudafed. I think Sudafed was one I took. No, I never did no dose. I did Vivarin. I did Vivarin. One Vivarin has a bunch, 6, 8, 10, 12 cups of coffee, the same amount of caffeine. I mean, it's just crazy. It is crazy. And in AIT, we lived on it. If he's over here, not allowing us because there's a chance for dying from the side effects. You think we ain't got stuff over here that does the same? Well, some of them are bad for your liver. Some of them are horrible for your liver. Some are kidneys. Well, I guarantee I had too much Vivarin in the military. I guarantee I did. U.S. government has taken it off the list because of that. Taken what off the list? Oh, I did a lot of Jolt Cola, too. How many of you guys out there remember Jolt Cola? Nova Gline? Never heard of that one. Cup of Joe water? I never heard of that one. That's a new one. So, Brian, Jolt Cola was known. It had twice the sugar and twice the caffeine as regular cola, is what it was. Jeff, I can't believe I didn't have that with the Monster I drank. Jolt Cola was kind of a energy drink before energy drinks were out. Is the best way to explain it. Had to quit Mountain Dew. It was eating my stomach lining. I remember Surge, Christopher, but I don't remember all the, wasn't Surge a kind of a like a Jolt Cola, but it wasn't cola, it was kind of like a Mountain Dew? Yep, that's it. I remember it. See, Klein, we got all kinds of medicine over here just like that. Green and really fizzy. Gibbs is out. 12 pack a day is just insane, B-Mac. That is insane. So guys, today when I fell asleep in the afternoon, I was laying there and I had my left arm out like this, and Gibbs got right up there and he laid right there with me. When I woke up, I'm not joking, Gibbs had turned around so that the back of his neck was in my arm. He was looking up at the ceiling and had all four legs straight up in the air and was just out, snoring. Could not believe it. Man, I could write good code fast. Yeah, he probably didn't sleep for 2 months at a time. It says proven in the U.S. because it's made in Europe. And that probably has more to do with it than anything else, Klein. You don't have the people over here lobbying for it. I think that's accurate. Want to borrow my 23-pound cat, sir? No, no. No, I had a 90-pound dog doing that, Chris. Hey, there's only one effect of Viagra, Klein. My blood pressure couldn't take it. No, I believe that. They make the side effects sound like it's a bad thing. If it fails to go down for 6 hours, consult a doctor. If it don't go down for 6 hours, at your age, you're going to have a heart attack. Oh my God, guys. Mary's ignoring us now. Free kickstand. See, you ain't paying us no attention. You'd have been rolling your eyes or something. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And you missed it all. Oh, Lord have mercy. I told you guys that when I had the incident that I had overdosed on Vivarin and Mountain Dew. And when I woke up, you know, that they brought me home from work. They wouldn't even let me drive. Everything was spinning. Excuse me. Well, I got some sleep, but when I woke up, laying in bed, I felt fine. I went to get up out of bed, and the whole room started spinning again. Phyllis called dial a nurse. Dial a nurse called 911. They thought that I had a stroke or something. They thought bad things were going on. So when the call went out to the EMTs to come get me, they said I had overdosed on Viagra, not Vibrant. So the guy that drives for our local EMTs, he is my new barber. And I'll never forget talking to him. He said I was there and there was one EMT. We had a second one that was about there. He said, we're sitting in the ambulance out front waiting for them to get there and jump in. And he said, I'm looking over at I don't remember the EMT's name. He said, I'm looking at him and he's looking back at me and he's like, what do we do for this guy? Hell, I had never taken a Viagra in my life. They showed up at my front door, thought I had OD'd on Viagra. Hey, if it doesn't go down for 6 hours, you should dress up. You should dress up for doctor. No. Vicodin run it puts me out for 3 days straight. You know what, KT? NyQuil does that to my aunt. My aunt that likes the sweet tea. She takes NyQuil. If she took NyQuil tonight, Thursday, before going to bed, there's a chance she may not be back coherent until Saturday. Absolutely does that to her. I know, and I don't understand it, but NyQuil, the thing that it's tough on is your liver. So by taking too much NyQuil, you can actually hurt your liver. I don't know if that's the alcohol that's in it. I'm not sure what causes that. That's all it does to me, John. Now, I'm not going to say that maybe I'm not a tad groggy in the morning, but John, my problem is I will take, so I'm going to take a little bit of NyQuil. I may get a dose and a half, and then I'll turn around and I'll wake up 4 hours later and I'll take another dose. Doesn't everybody have that to a point, Mary? I've still got some here, Klein, that I keep here for emergency purposes. The last time either me or Mama took one, she had never taken one in her life, and she had that tooth that become infected. And she took it before I went live, and I went out a half an hour later to check on her. Yeah, she was out. She was out cold. I somehow think that would be bad for you, Christopher. He's so lazy. I will have to go in about 10 minutes. I need to go out and get them their supper, guys. You was hooked to it after 2 days. What do you mean, Klein? That's it, Vix. Yes. No, Mary, she was on the couch like this. She was out. That oxy put her out. You had peanut butter chicken, did you, John? Oh, really? So I'll be dead honest, Klein. I've always been afraid of that. With reason. I was on tramadol for a while for my back. I was on oxy for a while for my shoulder. I had some other ones. It's all gone. You ate it. You ate it. See? It's gone. No more. And I was always afraid I would get addicted to that. And my buddy asked me one time, are you ever taking it when you're not in pain? And I said, no. And he said, you're fine then. He said, you're fine. Well, you missed the best part of the Chinese, John. There are people that can't take tramadol at all, Mary. So I 100% understand that. And there's people that tramadol don't touch the pain at all. Once the big pain went away, Vicks, tramadol worked fine for me. But in the right after the surgery, the tramadol wasn't a big deal for me. Hey, Midnight Hobbit, how are you doing, buddy? I had morphine for my knee surgery. And the night I had morphine, the lamp on the nightstand right there beside me in the hospital, it melted. The lamp melted down and into the table and onto the floor. And then I was talking to a little green guy that was at the end of the bed that night. Honest to God, morphine put me in a place. Wow. Never had a problem with tramadol. I've had tramadol, like I said in the beginning, it wasn't touching my back pain. And then it got to where it made it bearable. Now, one thing I noticed with tramadol, I get very edgy. I get very edgy on tramadol. Somebody says something that normally I just blow off and not think about it, and I'll snap right back. Had tramadol and a muscle relaxer for my back. See, I'm always afraid of starting to mix things, Klein. That's where I get in trouble. Oh, I hallucinated something fierce, B-Mac. Here says, sounds like a great time. Honest story, I was working at Meijer at the time on third shift in management, and I called my boss out there. He was at work, and he actually had to do some work in the office, so he sat in the office with me on speakerphone. I think we were on the phone damn near 6 hours, and he said he just occasionally, yep, you're right, Brian. He wasn't listening to what I was saying, but he found it just humorous as heck. He was telling me about all this stuff afterwards, and I'm like, are you shitting me? And before they let me out of the hospital, I asked about the nurses, and I asked my nurse, and she said, yeah, that is one thing that we had to take you off the morphine because you were out there. I was given morphine for my kidney stone. My grandpa had some morphine after his surgery. He brought a little green guy with a cupboard and thought he was going to shoot him between the legs. Mine wasn't going to shoot me. Mine was just standing on the end of my bed, and we were good friends. Train going around Curtin Rod. I was doing okay now. I didn't park. Go to sleep since I ran nights. About 4 p.m. yesterday. Got you midnight. Because of a wreck, not just the back. Oh, then you had to phone. Okay, let's try call 911. We were giving me 2 milligrams every 3 hours after surgery. Okay, so now that stuff right there, I don't know how to spell it. I'm assuming you got it right there. I thought it was Dilaudid, but it's Dilaudid. That stuff there, oh damn. So when I went down when I had the major infection from the this thing right here that they removed from me. Well, I guess it was over here. My appendix surgery, I had a huge major infection, and dark thorn, I had never had that before. And they sent me down to Riverside, which is big hospital in Columbus. I mean, they were getting serious. They sent me down there, and they gave me that when I first got there. And I'm telling you, 20 minutes in, The nurse come in and asked how I was feeling. Oh, I was flying around the top of the room. I was in no pain at all. I told her, I said, I'm not going to joke with you. I said, I could stand up right now and run full speed right out that door, across the hallway and into the concrete wall, brick wall on the other side of the hallway. I could hit that wall full speed and it would not hurt. And I wasn't joking. Blood after bypass too. That's some serious stuff. Holy crap, you got some sleep then, Midnight. Had mics after we broke my arm, and she was dangerously good too. Had Vicodin. Vicodin never did a whole lot for me. Vicodin, I've had it a couple of times, but it's been years ago, and it didn't do a whole lot for me. I must have taken care of the pain at that time, but it just seems they never, for any surgery I've had since then, they've never prescribed that. So you didn't get sleep. I thought you just said right there you slept until, you didn't wake up till noon yesterday. So you've had 1 hour in the last 38. In the last 38, I've probably got 30. You got more mac and cheese? You going to put it in the blender, Mary? Was a skinny danger to be fair at the time? Gotcha. Cindy, how are you doing, dear? I know they was stealing your sleep. I was stealing it, apparently. Yeah, see, that's just asking for trouble, KT. I am feeling better. Now I'm gonna feel better yet. There we go. It's well, Cindy, that's exactly why I just muted the camera there real quick and the mic. I did that because I was getting stuff to break up. Yep. Which is a good thing. I need that, and I need that really, really bad. I had something else I was supposed to do, and I forgot to do it. That sounds good. Yeah, midnight, that is tough. When you were just asleep to turn around and, yeah, 100% agree. Excuse me. Yep, you guys have to give me 1 second. I know you don't have game sound for 1 second here. I had something I needed to do. I meant to do this earlier. Okay, I got to get turned around before I finish this. There's game sounds. You can hear the tractor running. There, I'll make them louder. Now make this a little bigger. To anybody wanting to know, the current score at halftime is Miami 17, Ole Miss 13. Oh, Lord. There was no game sound when I alt-tabbed out of the game so that I could get this set up. I didn't make a mess. Just saying, I'm officially hard of hearing. I'll tell you what, them hearing aids my dad's got, yeah. I thought the weather said there were some winds coming in when the storm comes through, but I don't remember when that was supposed to happen. I thought that was a couple days out, midnight. You guys see what this guy's doing? Yeah, let's not back it up. Try this one more time. Midnight, where were you at when you got into them winds? Comes through tonight for night. Should probably get it tomorrow. Okay. He's out cold, and I can't believe he ain't hungry. Yep, I just made the announcement, Whirlwind. Hey. Hey. You're gonna go eat, sweetheart. Yep. You're gonna get turkey, so you're done with my crackers. These 3 crackers belongeth to me. They belong to me. He might be at work, so no audio. Belong to XR? What are you talking about, KT? My crackers? I don't know if you can see. She's right here. On that top camera, she is right there. She's like, Dad, I won't live without a cracker. I don't have a cracker, sweetie. You're going to get turkey. I'm going to get you turkey with your dinner. Do you want some turkey with your dinner? She said, Dad, I just want a cracker right now. You ain't getting my cracker neither, John. You had Chinese. You didn't share none of your Chinese with me. My cracker. My cracker. If looks could kill guys, I'd have just died. That sounds good. She's getting turkey. I'm getting a damn cracker. She's winning in this one, Mary. Let's see here. Okay, so we're plowed here. Here we're plowed what needs to be plowed. I got his field here plowed. So now up north, I don't know that he's farming any of this. I would turn this into to some fields. He's got that one plowed. Call you up so we'll meet up and go to Chinese. You need to bring it here to me. I'm a co-chair of the Zeven Gibbs fan club. Dad, how dare you give me that cracker? I don't got one. She's sitting here sniffing around, and as I start chewing, she looks up at me. She's like, "You bastard, you ate the cracker." That's a baby doll. You ready for supper? Are you ready for supper? Are you? Guys, when we get to the back of the field here, I'm going to get turned around. I'm going to run out. I'm going to give them guys supper. As you see, Gibbs right now, he lazy. He don't care. But not this little lady here. She needs to eat right now. Don't you? Don't you? You're going to dry up and blow away. May hop on after my doctor's appointment, pharmacy trip to play it. Yeah, I don't have a be right back screen over here, guys. I haven't had dinner tonight, Jonathan. Oh. Guys, give me 2-3 minutes. I'm going to get some turkey out and get it cut up and get them their dinner real quick. I'll be right back, guys. You ready to eat? You ready to eat, big boy? Ready for supper? Guys, I am back. I'm going to switch my drink out here real quick. Puppies are happy. There we go. I made myself. I didn't make myself. I made. Oh shoot. Mama had made like a chicken quesadilla, chicken and cheese quesadilla, and she ended up not eating near all of it. So the puppies ended up, I got it cut up, and for them, they got that instead of turkey. Yeah, they happy campers. They happy campers. Oh man, I heard his tractor running, thought my computer was making funny noises. No. That's too much work for me right there, KT. I already burnt something. I guess, Brady, I still to myself don't know what happened or why it happened or any of that. BMAC has an idea of what happened and why it happened. I don't, it's over my head. I don't understand it. Somebody else up there was saying that too, Jedi. We don't have anything like that down here. We're clear. Clear, clear. Or we were the last time I looked. Now you got me wanting to look at the radar. 54 degrees, feels like 47. Yeah, you guys are getting it pretty bad. You guys are getting it pretty bad right now. Homemade mac and cheese, night cheese, at least 2 foot. Christopher, my stepmom makes that. She only makes it at holidays. Oh my God, it's amazing. She puts, not really crackers. It may be like stuffing in with it. Oh my God, it is amazing. I would like to get that recipe. She does an amazing job with it. She puts it in like a hot crock pot, or not crock pot, but a hot pot type thing, and will put a plastic cover in it, so when she's done and everything, she can just pull that plastic cover out. And I mean, yeah. We were supposed to get rain here all day today, John. I don't know what panko crups is. Crouton, that could be it, Christopher. Croutons could be that stovetop dressing too. I'm not sure what it is. I just know when she makes it, it's good. Everybody likes it. You know, for the holidays, Dad will he gets these like little chicken breast cutlets, and he'll do them on the grill, just right on the grill. And they're really, really good. She'll make that. He normally makes an oyster casserole, and I can eat that. I like that. And they'll have he's got to have his shrimp, got to have the cocktail shrimp, and he's got to find the biggest shrimp he can find. That's just my dad. But we've always got cocktail shrimp too. Oh, Mary, I could too. Oh, that is pretty much okay. You know what? When I go and buy shrimp rings and stuff like that, just go to Walmart and buy a shrimp ring. I have found the medium ones, I think, have more flavor, better flavor than the big ones, B-Mac. I truly believe that. I truly, truly believe that. Why is that always had dinner rolls? There's always dinner rolls, but they're nothing special, Mary. They're store-bought dinner rolls, not homemade, nothing like that. I mean, yeah, you grab a couple, put some butter on them. They're dinner rolls. I got a couple spots up here. He did it again. It's almost like this GPS goes off from time to time. I like shrimp, but I have to watch how many I eat. I don't count because that would get me in trouble. Yeah, the ones we buy are right in a package. Now, I wish doing that, what do they have? The King's Hawaiian rolls? Oh, them are real good. Them are real good. Oh, I love them. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you got to be careful with that then. Probably don't have the grocery store, but they're made in the Safeway bakery. Safeway sounds familiar, but we don't have any of them local, Mary. I have heard of Safeway, though. Oh, I'd be in trouble, B-Mac. I kind of wonder why this chisel plow is doing that. Good deal, Brady. Uh-oh, what? We've seen Brady drive a semi. How will he do in them big vehicles? Be honest with you, that's kind of scary, Brady. One second here. There we go. I took some, I don't know, acetaminophen, I believe. But I don't know that you can actually swallow them. You can see that on YouTube. That's why I muted the camera. So you have a slight, not a, you're tolerant to it, but if you do too much, it'll kick you in the butt, Christopher. Indeed, Vix. I have never had a real seafood boil, and I want one, something fierce. It's not that. It's a Walmart brand. There again, I don't want to show it on screen. 500 milligram acetaminophen. Just says pain reliever. Well, I've seen you drive a semi, Brady. You don't need a jump scare to wreck. I don't know that I can answer that, Mary. YouTube's funny with branding and stuff. Oh, Brady, trust me, you've got to drive better in real life or you wouldn't have a driver's license already. You've seen Shrek come out and make me wreck, B-Mac. It isn't too often I wreck myself. I have rolled it myself, yes. Because going way too fast and not paying attention. Now we know why you like older farm equipment, more your speed. What do you mean, more my speed? In all honesty, the new stuff doesn't run any faster than the old stuff. Your JCBs do. That's a different animal. I guess brand new stuff with the newer transmissions go down the road a little faster, but man, I'll tell you what, I don't care how fast that tractor drives. When you got a load behind you, that load does a lot, and you can't be, you can't be running down the road at 40 mile an hour with the amount of weight you'd have in some of the equipment nowadays. Holy crap, you eat Spam. Brian, we found something you'll eat. You'll eat Spam. You'll have to let us know how you cook your Spam. 20 years, not one driving. I haven't had any in over 20 years myself, Christopher. I've been, knock on wood, I've been fortunate. I have gone into the place that I applied to within my app, and they still. Huh? AT Gaming, how are you doing? Oh, it does, KT. You did call him back, Brady? Oh, I got no commercial miles. I mean, I drove semi, but I was running on. Well, I guess I did have a seasonal CDL. I guess them would be commercial. Are you talking the tractor supply job, Brady? They may not be hiring. I mean, just because you come in and you're looking for a job doesn't mean they have a position to fill right now. You'd be surprised how many applications we would get in at Meyer. Oh, dang you. we'd get in at Meyer, but we weren't hiring at the time, so it did no good. I mean, you can apply all you want. You're ready for a job, but if the place you applied isn't hiring, they're not going to call you. Told me that they are hiring not, and they would put me on an email list. I ain't even got that in ATS miles, Christopher. I called them and they told me that they are hiring now. Well, another thing to keep in mind, Brady. So I had times where I had 5 applications to go through, and I would pick the 1 or 2 that I was interested in. And you may have had other people that applied and they had more experience. I mean, just because you apply at one place and didn't get the job, don't ever give up. You got to keep going. You know, your first job may not be a job you like, but at least it's a job. You got something, you're making something, and then you can turn around and move to try to find something better from there. Well, Jeff, now when I was doing the hiring and stuff like that for retail, it's not like it took a college degree or anything for most of them positions. So, you know. Oh, you're fine, Papa Smurf. I just figured you didn't like me no more. You know, I know, Brady, you don't want to hear it, but maybe right off the bat flipping burgers at McDonald's. I don't know. I'll be dead honest. I wish I could stand long enough to do it, because I would find something like that. Oh, they said they're not hiring. Gotcha. Yeah, so it does no good to even call them back. You may not get a call from them. You may have a total new job by then, bud. Nah, I was teasing you, Papa Smurf. So this is, Brady, I'll be dead honest. I have hired people that had 10 years in the industry, and I chose them over someone fresh out of college with a degree. That person fresh out of college with a degree is very intelligent. They learn a fair amount in college, but that person with the 10 years of experience goes a long ways. A long ways. You can actually run into a situation where in previous jobs you made a certain amount of money. Let's say you had a good high-paying job, and then you choose, hey, I'm gonna step down. I just need something kind of part-time here. And the minute that you put in, you know, well, my last job, I made $125,000 a year. All of a sudden, they don't even want to call you. Well, you're not going to be interested in what we can pay you. Well, I was interested. I know what you're paying. I was interested. I'm still interested. I kind of need the job. I think I can physically do that job. That becomes an issue. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons. That's why when we talked and a lot of people jumped into that conversation, when you go to drop off the application, the resume, you know, little things. Go in there dressed right. Don't, you know, I went to town the other day and I wanted to stop and check on an application I put in. I had this shirt on. I'm not going to stop and check on an application wearing a muscle shirt. I'm not going to do it. So I didn't stop. I'll have to go back a different time. Headset on from mysterious sound in the room. I like the sound in the room, but I can get some echo in stream, Christopher. So that's the reason I have the headset on, especially if I've got someone in chat with me, you have to wear the headset. But generally when stream is over, I will try to go without the headset. I mean, so the pads I got for this, I had to get new pads because the pads for these, the whole foam started coming off, and these are cooling pads. If I took this right now, when I took my break, if I'd have tossed these in the refrigerator, these would remain cool the entire rest of stream. I didn't think about doing that. So they're on the warm side right now. CM, how are you doing? You know, so I didn't check on that job, Brady, then because I wasn't dressed right. Another thing, when I'm going in and I know I'm going to fill out an application, I guarantee you I've always got 2 pens with me. Because I have got in to fill out an application and the pen didn't write. Yep. Well, just grab the second pen. I would hate to say, hey, and you got a pen I can use? Mine ran out of ink. You know, ha ha, he, it's a funny, but I had a guy that filled out an application one time in green ink. It was very legible. You could read it. Decent handwriting, not the best, but not a doctor. But he filled it out in green handwriting. You know what? I interviewed the guy. I hired the guy. Turned into a decent worker. But you know what? I didn't even read the entire application all the way through. It was in green ink. Not blue, not black, green. I wanted to meet this guy. Who in the hell fills out an application in green ink? You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to interview him. Oh, it is Papa Smurf. It is. I've got some restrictions with myself. I have good days, I have bad days. I have days where I can go down and do a decent job working on farm equipment. And I've got days that once I've stood about 10 minutes, I got to set 10 or 15. Stand for 10 or 15, set 10 or 15. That's why Alan was a godsend in helping me get things ready. You guys don't understand how much assistance he gave me. You know, I'm going down there, and when I go down there to work on equipment, I'm on painkillers. I've got to be. And generally it's over-the-counter stuff. But I just got a caption 200 for Christmas. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. What is a caption 200? I'm not sure what that is. Is that a headset? I had to fire someone. They took 2 weeks off for something. Can't remember what it was, but they didn't come into work when those 2 weeks were up. Huh. Captain 200. I don't know what Captain 2... Oh, a headset. Gotcha. I can never find, there it is. I can never find the handle. Man, it's down there quite a ways. The other day, I thought it was over here on the right side, and I reached down and grabbed it, and when I pulled up on it, woof. Yeah, I ate the floor. I ate the floor hard. Looks like we about got all his plowing done. Got some lime to get put down. Now for that, I got to get on his farm so that the line comes out of his budget. You son of a gun. And away we go. Got my first job. I was told give him a week to prove myself. I'm okay after a week. I was for 20, 25 years. The first week I was lucky I got the job. Now job hunting years ago, Papa Smurf, it's when, this was before I was around. I don't know, 30s, 40s, whatever. And I had an uncle. I guess people would go down and hang out in the unemployment office. And they would come out and say, hey, I got a job for this, or I got a job for that. And, you know, you'd say, hey, you know, and I had an uncle who was sitting down there, and they come out and they said, we need two welders. And he jumped right up, got up there, and he had never welded before in his life, ever. He retired as a welder. He got the job. They ended up, you know, hell, you're here now. They trained him. He learned quick, and he retired welding. No, not at all. I am doing straight lines, Mary. Starting to have slight problems with that shoulder again. That's why I took the meds. Had to quit working for people years ago. I started working for myself. This is never made. I can't argue that. All to anybody wondering, peach tea, Advanced EG peach tea. Oh, yeah. Well, I can weld. KT, I'll weld, not a problem. But I'm not going to say I'm a good welder. When we got to school and in vocational agriculture, they started to get into the welding and teaching that. I knew how to weld long before that. I've welded on farm equipment since I was probably 14, 15 years old. My dad taught me. My dad was a good welder, a really good welder. I saw something the other day. It was like it almost looked like an impact gun, but it was a welder. And supposedly with this thing, anybody can weld. And I'm like, huh? That's interesting. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. See, now normally, Christopher, on the farm, you know, I had times where I brought the cultivator down and had got it into a fence, got the harrow into a fence, and it's all bent to hell. So you had to go out there with a torch and you warmed it up and got it bent back straight, and then you'd have the, oh shit, this here needs welded. So you'd run the welder out there and you'd weld it, and I did a lot of that. Now, if Dad was there, he generally did the weld. But, oh, my buddy out here takes two pop cans and welds them together, KT. He does stuff like that just as a joke. But he went to the Hobart Welding School. He welds up here at the tank plant in Lima. He welds for a living. The hole in my snowmobile trailer, it's aluminum. He's going to weld aluminum back in there and seal it up where you can't even tell he put a patch in there. He'll cut it out square so it's not a round hole. He'll just, cut it out square, and then he'll line a piece right in there and weld it in. You won't even know that anything ever happened. Now, I can't do that. I can cut. I just haven't really welded, never tried. Just takes patience, truthfully. See, we would have the cutter bar on the combine brake. Slides back and forth, got all the knives on it. So I was the guy that always had to prep it. So I'd have to pull a couple of guards off and pop a couple of knives off. So we had it there. Dad would go in with a grinder, and he'd hit, and then he'd weld it solid, and he'd grind it, and then I'd put the knives right back on, put the guards on, and start right going again. We had cutter bars that I'll bet they had 8 or 10 different welds in them. I've got a couple friends that work up there. KT, I had one buddy worked up there. He used to test drive the tanks out on the track. So if you work at the tank plant, you're allowed during hunting season, you can go up there and hunt on their grounds. There's a lot of deer up there. They hide in there. There's nowhere else to go, and they're safe. They don't have to worry about so many things. So they live there on the tank plant property. And he would go out there test driving a tank, and where are we at here? I just want to make sure I'm going straight. He was test driving a tank. Well, he would use the thermal stuff, so he could look and see the deer, and he knew where they were. And I don't know how with this you could see antlers, but he could see the antlers, and he would know, hey, there's a huge buck right over here. That's how he always knew where he was going to hunt at. He was using the tanks to spot the deer and know where they were ahead of time. It's like, holy crap, man. Now, my buddy that's there and he welds, he said, I think it's one weld every 15 minutes. So he said, I sat there, and he said, I get the weld done. He said, I basically sat for 12 minutes. And here comes the next one. Weld it. After the farm job, told me he made a job truck driver. Did that for 25 and then retired. I don't know that I could be a truck driver. My sleep apnea would come into play pretty bad, Papa Smurf. From Bull Moose Tube, because the collection played it and he doesn't even know it. What is Bull Moose Tube, Christopher? I'm not sure what that is, bud. I know what you're referring to as far as you owing your life to them, but I'm not sure what Bull Moose Tube is. Guys, Ole Miss did just kick a field goal. It is now 17-16 Miami, third quarter. Steel Workshop in Indiana. Gotcha. Hey, Mr. Hender, how are you doing? Hender, you bought Farm Sim 25 yet? They got some bad weather going on in Michigan too right now. Bought a milk run at 18, built it up till I retired 42 years ago. Good deal, Batman. I knew it was only a matter of time. And don't just say that was good and I'm full, KT. You need to offer to share some of that. Great time for a game save. There you go. Got to make BMAC happy. I'd have probably went overboard, KT. I got it right off itch, Aaron. If you don't want to look, just send me a DM. But yeah, I got it right off itch, bud. If you get it from me, it's going to have one or two extra ponies. But it comes with the... No, I didn't adjust the XML of this. It comes with the 5488, the 50, the 52, and the 5488, and the turbo version of all three. And you can also make it front wheel assist. Oops. Yep, itch.io. Hey, Mike, how are you doing, bud? Oh, come on. Not now. Okay. There we go. I am on my farm, ain't I? Yep. We supposedly have a new toy in here. I'm pretty sure it's that one. I don't think it's this one. Yeah. Yep. It's this one right here. It's on the mod hub. I feel like it's complete. Yeah, a little better, Mike. I slept all day. I was there down to say farming, then dragging now farms. You know what's funny, Papa Smurf? So I farm in real life. I was an agronomist for 20 years, helping farmers every day. And then I'd come home and play Farm Sim. PCB, there's 4 tractor, mod hub. Farmer truck go hand in hand now these days. They do driven potato trucks, farmer because over the road experience. Okay. See, I don't know that I really want them. I think I'm okay with this. Let's go with a 12-foot auger. I'm fine with that. I have the option to change the rim color. That don't look like it changed the rim color. Let's find out for sure. Oh, you know what? It'll change this rim color. Yeah, see, that's more accurate right there. I'm going to run them. I'm going to buy this one. Roblox. I thought all 8 and 9-year-olds liked that game. Red or white frames. The Kill Brothers. Ours was always on John Deere running gear. Is what our Kill Brothers was on, so they were green. Now, the 2 Kill Brothers I have now are on Kill Brothers running gear. They're that blue color right there. But the rims aren't really white. They're more of a off-white color. So you guys know that the wagon we got, the mod itself is broken. Have a good night, Faber. I've never played the game. Never played a Batman. But then you guys can say a lot of games that I say I've never played, remember? Do we have... yeah, we do. Cheating you out of puppies, guys. Yep, they ain't good. I've watched my grandson play it, Batman. It's not a game for me. I've seen it played. I've watched him play it. And he is the one that actually made the comment that he outgrew the game. That's why I was teasing her about Roblox. They all do, Christopher. I've got 2 Parkers in here, and I'll be honest, this is the first playthrough I've had with the Parkers recently, and I haven't had grain in them yet, so I don't know for sure. I hate it. I know on Monteith it was really, really bad that I was sitting there one time, BMAC was harvesting, And I'm sitting there, I got one wagon filled all the way up, and I got the other wagon totally empty. And it was showing 100%. Well, the front wagon's 100%. So I'm waiting, and B-Mac finally come back up, and he's like, "Or are you going to go?" So there ain't anything in the last wagon. He said, "The last wagon's full." It was. I had no clue. That was the Parkers. I do like this. Yes, this is a 1456. Yours does. Oh, Lord, have. Oh, you son of a. Really? Really? Damn Kentucky drivers. Well, hey, Batman, if you ever watched me go in, and I haven't played it in a long time, but Minecraft, and I go in, I don't know truly how to play the game and how to make different things. My OCD has me put a hole as far down to the ground as you possibly can. Dig. And I do. I get a hole that goes, I'll go clear to bedrock. And then I got to put granite for all the steps, all the sides. I mean, it's crazy what I do. Coburn, you saw that guy parked right in front of me. Hey, I'm a Kentucky driver. Generally in Ohio, we always yell at the Michigan drivers. Do we have anybody behind us? We're outrunning the world. We're across the center line. You yell at the Ohio drivers. You get down here on the interstate, speed limit 70 mile an hour, 75 mile an hour, and you're trucking along at 75, and here comes a car by you 20 mile an hour faster than you. Michigan plates. Uh-huh. Well, I'm not going to shoot somebody for that. KT, I'm not ready to go to prison over something dumb like that. Oh, I haven't played it like that. Batman, I don't think I played it. I played it on console. That tells you how long it's been since I played it. People from Ontario also fly on the interstate down here. It's in case Giants add road rage drivers. I'm going to try, Batman. I'm going to try. I'm going to grab me a quick bite to eat in between the two. You know, I'll get everything ready to go. I'll grab a quick bite to eat. I'll run the pups out to pee. And we're going to give it a shot. Oh, Philip, they're not 45 and a 70 here. They're 70 and a 45 here. Okay, guys, I've got to leave this view. Oh, Lord. You guys will have to let Klein know it's not fixed. I think it said Jedi jumped in here. Lion says if it's he's saying mod conflict, and the problem is I can play with this on a single player and it plays just fine with the same exact mods. See, it ain't turning at all now. Then why does it play on a single player, same exact mods, no problems at all? I can't even pull this. Okay, so let's do this, Vix. So when I play on the Dream Farm that's on my PC, not on a G-Portal server, and I have the wagon in there, and I play, and it's perfect. I can do it. Stitzer did the same thing. I can use it left and right. It's perfect. Schwoke and Smethwick can't. The steering does that. But it doesn't do it for me. It does it for them. The minute I put it on a server at G-Portal, I can't use it either. It's not throwing any errors. I'm using it on a server, KT. I can get on the Ray County server with the Alice Chalmer Farms. It is a multiplayer server hosted on my PC, and I can run it just fine. And then we'll have Schwoke come in, and he can't run it. The Axles do that. They don't do it for me. They do it for him. You can lock the axles for hooking up multiple wagons. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm on the wrong button. But if it's a mod conflict and it doesn't conflict for me, but it does for someone else, that's what I don't understand. I can't get that through my head, guys. I'm not saying that's not the issue. I can't get it through my head. But again, it doesn't matter if you're hosting on a server, same rules apply. So you don't understand what I'm saying. On a G-Portal server that G-Portal is hosting, nobody can use that wagon. The axles turn sideways. If I am hosting the server on my PC, I can run it just fine. No issues whatsoever. But someone else in the same game save. So Schwoke comes in, it does that to him. They're both multiplayer servers. One is hosted on G-Portal, one is hosted on my PC. That's what I don't understand the difference is. And it's not just that one. So we can run the green axle ones and them run fine. These run fine with no problem at all. Multiplayer, single player, everything. I generally don't like to run this because up here I like to have the 385 and it don't look right with them real small tires on it. And if I go to a bigger tire, it gives me even a smaller flat road tire. I like the bigger tires. So I like to run this guy here because he's got bigger tires on it. I can throw the 8-inch rims on it and I can do the same thing, put this extension on. This wagon here with the blue frame generally runs for me fine, won't run for anyone else. But on a G-Portal, I don't know. I haven't tried this on G-Portal. I haven't bought this one and tried it. I've got the green ones on my farm. You know, I like this wagon, but when you hook it up, there is a 2-foot gap between the end of this and where it hooks up here. It looks like it's hooked up magically. If you unhook, locked it in, will be locked for the next player. I'm going to sell it. Christopher, I'm going to sell it because it's broke. It's a server problem. It happens to a lot on the Giant side. They may multiplayer know the problem, but they keep saying they're working on it, and that's so. And this, hey, Papa Smurf, what you're saying, that wagon right there, we had the same problem on Stitzer in 22. Guys, it definitely 100% could be a mod conflict. I'm not saying it's not. It's just hard for me to wrap my head around it. Keep in mind, I don't know this stuff inside and out. Never said I did. But it's hard for me to understand multiplayer hosted on my PC or multiplayer posted on G-Portal. It acts differently on G-Portal than it does if I host it. That's what I don't understand. It won't fix it, Christopher. It's 100%. It's broke. When we get to the house, I'll show you the one I've got. It does the same thing. Oh, I do know that multiplayer and single player makes a big difference. But if I'm hosting multiplayer on my PC, it is multiplayer. I can run it there. But no one else can. But at the minute we go to G-Portal, you know what? I think on Stitzer, I could even run it on Stitzer. But Schwoke and Smethwick couldn't. It's a pain in the butt. That's where Giants come in with their multiplayer. So that is okay. Yeah, I mean, I 100%. I don't know. Oh, come on, click back on. I know Klein flat out said if it doesn't work here, it's a mod conflict. I don't know how to find the mod conflict. I thought if I hosted a multiplayer server, and help me with this, Papa Smurf, if I hosted a multiplayer server, it puts it right up on Giant's multiplayer servers. It's just being hosted by me rather than by G-Portal. That is still different than G-Portal. Oh, trust me, Papa Smurf, I set in the Giants Discord, the partner Discord. I'll be honest, I've come close to leaving it because I get tired of all the drama. It is upsetting when you modders are going out of your way to make this game better. It basically, Giants gives us a blank map and then the modders make the game what it is. That's my honest opinion. And it's frustrating when the modders are out here doing everything they can to try to make this game better. And when there's an issue, it doesn't seem they're getting full support from Giants. That bugs me. Now, I hear all the time, hey, we tried to replicate it and we couldn't. Maybe they can't. I don't know. G Portal still runs from Giant server. Gotcha. So, I mean, I'll never throw a modder under the bus. I appreciate what you guys are doing. And I understand the frustration, but there's some guys in there that are just constantly, it's like they're trying to pick a fight. And it's frustrating. Modern appreciate constructive feedback, not modern. You lost me there, Christopher. It's X'd out, so I'm not sure what it even says. You know, I almost wish they would take all the modding stuff out of that channel and give it its own channel. Yes, it's one that I would kind of keep an eye on and what have you, but not one I'm going to try to look in to see, you know, is there anything new every day? And I don't know, it just frustrates me. Modders appreciate constructive. No, they do. They do. If I'm working on something and find an error, they want to know that there was an error there. You know, when Papa Smurf puts something out, he wants to know that the daggone thing works right. And if someone finds out, hey, when you open this up and you're going north, the left marker don't come out. Oh, why in the hell's that happening? And he wants to get it fixed. You know, he don't want to put out a broken mod. There ain't a modder out there that does. But, you know, I guess I'm not into the whole politics side of this. I've got enough issues in my life. I've tried to stay out of all the arguments and what have you that go on in there. I just don't want that. Yeah, see, this one right here is the original one, and sitting right here, it looks okay. Matter of fact, this makes no sense. So when I bought this, I brought it back to the house and I brought it back just fine. But the minute I drive it now, it does this. Oh, hey. We ought to put the auger away. I mean, this is all it does. I don't know how. And I drove it home. Hey, I know this is going to sound real dumb. This is going to sound real dumb. I want to test something. Oh, shit. Still does it. When I pulled it home, I had the flatbed seed wagon behind this, and then I had this behind the wagon, and it pulled straight as could be. Jedi watched me pull it home. He watched me pull it home. No problems. It ain't going to do it tonight, though. Okay, so let's Let's get that off there so people don't think I'm an absolute nutcase. I mean, I got my seed in here. I got to find a way to get it in the wagon. Or in the wagon. I don't think I can back this in the barn, guys. I've never heard, Christopher, how do I lock the axle? I don't see what button does that. Right, this is giant waits for modders to fix their mistakes, then it takes a while to say, oh, we fix the problems, not understand realities, no modders fix till the truth. But if it's an option on the controller, it should be on the keyboard too. 10 is for GPS, map view. It's saying S1. S1 to, that's, okay, that's just the arm. Default, that. It's the button right of the P. Left button. I thought it was a mod to do it. Mod issue is this, is the key to lock the axle. Oh, whoa. I think I hit P. See, I did that and it ain't making a difference. It ain't making a difference at all. But Schwoke, it doesn't have a problem when I'm hosting it. When I'm hosting it, I can run it fine. Other people don't. Schwoke, we got a whole brand new mod in here. There's a brand new one I just bought that Klein said fixes everything, and it didn't. You may have to assign it. We're done. I'm not getting started on all that right now. We've been talking about it for half an hour. And I'm frustrated that it doesn't work. And I hate to say it. I think it is a mod conflict. I just can't get my head around how it is when on one server it works just fine and on another it doesn't. See, I can back the wagon and put it away and at least get it out of the damn weather. Oh, Lord. It's and I'll be honest, I don't know how to find a mod conflict. I do not know where to begin looking. How would one do that? Is there a simple way of finding a mod conflict, or is it simple? You know what I'm saying? Do you just start pulling stuff out? Yeah, the green one's our base game. Look in the game log. We can do that. We can do that. I can add that wagon to a server and then start adding 10 at a time until it does that again. Yeah, but well, now when I bought the wagon on this server and brought it here to this house, it drove just fine. So guys, it is 11 o'clock. I am gonna, let me go to here. I am going to call it here. I am going to give ATS a shot tonight. We haven't had any rain at all today, Schwoke. Nothing. And they called, I think we had a 91% chance of rain. Nothing. Oh, well. So, guys, with that, I am going to call it here. We are going to try to be back live here in an hour. We're going to bounce over to ATS and see if we can get away with a night of no wrecks. That generally doesn't turn out too handy, but we're going to give it a shot. Still not sure what the issue was and why everything crashed earlier. We'll just see what happens tonight. With any luck, we don't have any more of them issues and everything's good. But with that being said, guys, have a safe night. Have a happy night. Thank you so much for hanging out. I do. I really, really appreciate it. We will also be live tomorrow, right here. No, we'll be live tomorrow, 7 o'clock on Twitch. Probably going to move over to the Dream Farm tomorrow. Saturday, there is no stream. And then Sunday, there's supposed to be a stream here at 7. It's going to depend because I got to run Mama to the airport. If I get back in time and everything's doing good, we'll do a Sunday stream here, followed up with an ATS stream. It'll all depend on her and what have you. With that being said, guys, have an amazing night. Thank you for everything. And until next time, Renegade Nation, I love you all.